Spiffing. Okay, it's me, JD. And I'm back at you again now with a slightly different video. I've been following over the last couple of weeks Preach Gaming series on the Fresh character, where he and Fingal basically documented how in the catch-up mechanics of Shadowlands, he would bring his druid into a normal level of gear and then be able to essentially raid on it, and just if it was really possible. Watching the series, I remained slightly unconvinced with the conclusion, because from watching Fingal's viewpoint for the 3 weeks, it seemed to be pretty awful, and then Preach's conclusion on the 3rd episode was that it was okay. And I felt like Fingal having this awesome plus 15 across the board main Raider IO score probably skewed the results quite a lot. So I thought, as someone that doesn't have that, and as someone that can't play this game like I used to when I was 20, I felt like this would be the perfect time to ask the question, now that we're essentially, 2.5 months, 3 months into the expansion, is Shadowlands catch-up system casual and friendly to a casual? So, I have a priest that's level 59 and I will ding it to level 60 Wednesday evening when EU reset happens, and I will give myself 4 weeks to essentially gear it and see how far in the raid I can go with no previous achievements, just going to be gear and the sign-ups and whatever, and just see, is it possible? Is this doable? So the first question is, what class to play and what reasons for it? Obviously I've mentioned as I was chilling that I'm definitely going to play the priest. Also, to make this more realistic and I think a little bit more fair, I'm not going to play any of its healing off specs, because I truly believe that in terms of a progression in raiding or in any aspects of WoW, if you play a tank or a healer, especially in a solo environment, you're going to have it way easier because those classes are more in demand. I also don't think a Shadow Priest at the moment is really a meta choice, so I think that kind of limits again a little bit more of the realism of trying to succeed in a casual setting. Additionally, I think Shadow Priest is awesome since the rework. I think Undead looks cool as fuck, and yeah, I feel badass playing this character. And plus, also in a way, it's also one of my only characters that is, besides perhaps my rogue or my monk, it's one of the only characters that's near level 59. So it means that I can start the series relatively easily. I can get this just ready to ding on the Wednesday's reset in the evening, and then ding it, and then I've kind of got the exact variable of here's the line in the sand, let's start playing. The next question is, what conditions am I going to set myself, I feel, to make this as realistic as possible? We're obviously in a lockdown in the world, not just in the UK, which is obviously what it is. So I have more evening time to play this game. It also helps that I'm single. Feels bad. Cut to the bone. No, of course it's fine. So I'm going to make it so that I only have 15 hours a week to achieve this. So over the case of a month, because I'm going to do this over 4 weeks, I'm going to try and not spend more than 60 hours, which feels like a lot when you say it originally, to basically succeed at this challenge and have somewhat of a geared character. I want this to become my best character. I feel like 15 hours a week is fair. I mean, you could obviously spend 5 evenings playing for 3 hours each night. You could spend 2 evenings playing 4 hours, and then on the weekend you could spend another 7 hours to make 15. EU math, not NA. So that's also going to be the conditions. I've mentioned it obviously before. I'm not going to heal because I think that's unfair. My only characters that I've got playing on this account, the highest I think anyone has done is like a +3 or a +4 Mythic Plus, because I just simply haven't really played the game. I do have some real issues with the gear, and especially in PvP, but I feel like that's a different video, and that's kind of what made me just basically stop playing this game. But I'm intrigued now after watching, like I said, Preacher's video, just the fact of how realistic it is for a casual to play this game and succeed. And by success we mean to essentially get geared and be able to raid, or to do PvP at a higher level. So there we go. So that is the conditions. That is the reason why I'm playing this class. I mean, just look how badass it is, dude. Such a badass class. And start Wednesday, we're going to do the challenge. Here it is, dude. It is reset day, Wednesday the 3rd of February, and I'm about to hit level 60 for this challenge. Here we go. I'll take the staff, please. So that is, I think, my 10th level 60, and it wasn't fun after the second one, so I'm glad to be done with that. All my characters are leveled. And now we're going to start the challenge as promised. We have 4 weeks to see what we can achieve as a casual. I've not done anything the first day, so I've got 15 hours split over the next 6. Because I would say I think 15 hours is a fair casual amount of time. I think that's quite a lot, but for some people it's nothing. So the challenge starts tomorrow. Can you succeed at WoW, or how is the state of WoW Shadowlands for a casual? Challenge starts on the 4th. You'll see this a week after this, because I've got to obviously record all the stuff before I can share it, because life. Let's get on with it. Let's decide what we've got to do first, boys. FYI, this staff reward might be actually the worst looking item I've ever seen for a two-hander in the game ever. Just realised that I've managed to obviously get to level 60 with a level 124 item level. So it's definitely going to be a big challenge getting that up. Got some really poor pieces like this 78 helmet, this 128 shoulders. What else is quite low? 100 trinkets, 85 belt. So yeah, so it's going to be a big deal. I'm just trying to think what is probably the most important thing to do first. And I know what it is. It's to learn what the fuck I should be doing when I'm playing this character in my rotation. Let's crack on. Okay, so we know that Mind Games is a 1.4 second cast, and it hits at the moment for 4K. And Mind Blast is also a 1.4 second cast, and that hits me targets for about 1.4K. So this proves that this is more important than this. So Prio Mind Games. Then there's the 3 dots. Shadow Word Pain, Vampiric Touch, and Demonic. Is it Demonic? No. DP. Devouring Plague. DP. I mean, that's it, right? That's all I need to know. Or we could just look online with someone else that's put in the effort. Okay, so I do a little bit of this, I do a little bit of this, do a little bit of this. Shadow Priest, Shadowlands, Wowhead. Okay. By DJ Riff. Rotation. Ensure you're in shadow form. Cast Vampiric Touch before. What the chuff? Wait, Mind Blast, huh? Holy shit, it's totally different. I think I'll just write this down, boys. So, here we are then. We know the rotation. We've spent 12 seconds looking at it. We're totally ready. So the first thing we need to do is now decide how we're going to start the gearing process. What I will say, interestingly enough, is the Venvit Order Hall is literally a priest class hall. I don't know what's going on here, but it's just shadow priests and the occasional big damn condemn go brr warrior. So I'm just looking at my gear as I mentioned earlier. I think the two things we need to replace are the belt and the helmet. So I did do a bit of BG farming whilst I was leveling, but I think that's sort of cheating because I haven't done it at level 60. So I'm not going to use my honour at the moment. So what we'll do is we'll go to Ogrimmar. I've made 7,800 gold from all the questing I did whilst I leveled, so we're going to just spend a little bit of that money now. I'm just going to replace the 2 bits of non-Shadowlands gear. Just to get the item level up a little bit, because I feel like 124 is a bit rubbish even for just doing the campaign. I think the campaign is going to be the first thing I'm actually going to start, because I think that might be the easiest way to get some gear. Bearing in mind that we've literally now been level 64 17 minutes as I was trying to film an intro. So let's just quickly pop to the auction house, have a little look-see. I was looking at it. Haste and mastery are the stat weights I want, so I should be able to just go straight away here. Armour, cloth, waist, 168, 650. Wow, these prices have dropped. Jesus Christ. Okay. Haste mastery. Haste mastery. Please, anywhere. Haste versatility. Oh, what? Okay, 1500. And then the helmet. I'll just go 168. Spend too much gold. Jesus Christ. Okay, where is it? Hello. I found you. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Okay, so let's just see. We were 124, 135. Okay, that's better. Okay, I need to do something about this staff. It's actually terrible. Yeah, sure, why not? Okay, so first things first. I'm gonna see if we've got a world boss up, which we will have. Maldraxxus, I'm guessing. Yes. Mortanus. Okay, right. I will speak to you in a bit. Okay, I think I'm going to make it without dying to the mobs. That's a good start. Fortunately, even on a Thursday night, there's plenty of groups trying to kill this boss, which is good. Ooh. What I've also noticed is I've just picked up the weekly event, which is 4 mythic dungeons for a piece of heroic gear. So that's fucking huge. I'll have to see if, you know, I'm gonna have to try and get an item level to actually get into the dungeons. So, oh come on, man! Nothing. I got renown. Yay. Actually, what is my item level? So I can't do heroics till I'm 150. That's correct, isn't it? Okay, well, I'm gonna start the campaign, I think, because that's probably the best thing to do. Probably should have done that before I came here. Right, guys, I'll update you on the next. So I've been playing for like the next 30 minutes. I've just done all the Covenant like starter. I've picked up the quests, the call-ins, and one thing I've just noticed is looking at this priest here. So this priest is mythic geared. big plays. Mythic geared, PvP geared, 2k raid, big plays. They're nearly double my HP. So from like a fresh character to what a current decent geared character, so that's nearly double your HP. I can't imagine what arenas are like right now if you're leveling up a fresh character. God damn. So that's why we're going to do our gearing process ASAP. So I haven't got much time left today that I can play, so I've got a call-in that ends in 7 hours, which is to go to Ardenweald. And so I'm going to do these 3 world quests down here to get myself 2 bits of upgrade, a chest piece and a ring, and also some anima. Because what I realised is by doing the world boss before I got the 1000 anima quest, although I've got anima in my bags, it doesn't count towards the quest. It's what you've earned whilst you have the quest active. So don't make the same mistake as me, boys. Get that quest first and then kill anything that generates anima. Right, update you shortly. Okay, I have completed the first of the 3 call-ins. The call to Ardenweald. I did this in place of the campaign because it had 6 hours left on it, or 7 when I started. So after the first evening I have played... Damn it. Ah! Played for about an hour this evening because I haven't had much time because of some family stuff. So 1 hour we've gone up to 1 renown from the world boss, about 10 item level from the bits of gear I've just got. Includes stuff we've bought earlier. Going to hand this in. There is another renown. So that's renown 5. And part of a new campaign quest, but I haven't done the first part. I'm going to tell you something that I have really ballsed up though right now. I've just realised this character is Horde on Silvermoon. There ain't no one doing Horde world quests. When it's killing mobs, I'm on my own and there's 25 alliance doing it all together super quick. Scuffed. Anyway, chat boys, I will pick this up. Well, you're going to see this in a second with the next bit. But the next bit of filming I'm going to pick up tomorrow when I start to do the next set of stuff. Speak to you then. And you'll see the transition now. Peace. Right chaps, it's a new evening. It's a new start for a bit of game time. So I'm just looking immediately at what I've got available to me in my... I keep wanting to call it a bloody order hall because there's so many priests. But my Covenant Sanctum. And I've just picked up both of the call-ins again. So we've got a 2-in-1. We can do challenges of Maldraxxus and training in Maldraxxus by just doing the Amateur Knight middle quest, world quest. Then the Chosen Champions is what will unlock the cache, and then we can just pick off one of the other ones for... Well, I'll probably go for the one with anima power, just, you know, to get this 1000 anima power requirement for the weekly and also another renown. Doing all 3 of these things should give me an extra 3 renown, which will put me at 8, which is actually pretty damn quick so far. So once I've got that all done and we hand it in, I'll speak to you guys then. See you in a bit. Okay chaps, I have done all the call-ins. Got them all to hand in. I've also done the renown. Sorry, not the renown, the anima total. So let's just see what we get from these. So I'll just hand in the anima quickly. Another renown, renown 6. Nice. Then we'll just hand in the Bastion one. Oh, okay, PvP, cool. Souls of the Maw. Just going to pick up these things as well. So again, what I'm doing, like, pretty quickly is just, I'm just focusing on all the stuff at the Covenant. This is like, we've leveled, and I'm immediately just doing all the Covenant initial stuff. I haven't started any of the actual campaign yet, so let's hand that in. So we're already renown 8, and we haven't really... we've not touched any of the storyline. So let's just see what we get. 145 conduit, 145 conduit. Okay, that's pretty unexciting. There. Let's just hand these in quickly. only got one finesse conduit, so we'll just do that. Wait, is that? I actually haven't seen someone transmog Shadowmon for ages. God, it's badass. Right, where is this? I need to go through the mirror. Interested to know if you watch this, do you prefer hearing game noise with commentary, or do you prefer just having it quiet whilst just listening to what I'm saying in terms of like the status reports and stuff and just the process? Right, come on, here we go. Something good, something good. Fuck. Clear mind. Dispel costs 20% less. Oh. Who cares about that, dude? So what have we got then? So for Revendreth, Rescue Souls, Campaign, Torghast. Oh, so you actually have to do Torghast to advance the campaign. Or at least start Torghast. I might as well just half straight there. I'm still only 138 item level. Hopefully that'll be sufficient. Like I said earlier, every single person on Silvermoon is Alliance. I did not plan this well at all. Night Elf, Night Elf, Night Elf, Human, Void Elf. Mistakes were made. Big ones. So I'll just hand in the PvP. I haven't actually looked yet at what the Obtain Honour in Arenas. Yep, we're going to skip on that, seeing as I've seen the HP of people. Obtain Honour in Skirmishes. I'd imagine that'll be just the same, so I don't think that's really worth it at the moment. I can just see the gearing being a massive problem. Find a way to Torghast. Another renown. Okay, and as I mentioned, obviously I've still got the 4 Mythic Dungeon weekly. That's going to drop a piece of heroic raid gear, which is really decent. So just to give us an update on how far we've got, we've done all the initial Covenant stuff, and we've been playing for 2 hours 21 this first week so far. So guys, I don't think anyone wants to watch Torghast, and I certainly don't even want to play Torghast at the moment. So I will speak to you again shortly once I've got through it. Right, first level of Torghast is done, saving Bane. I've just done the Moor quest to get the souls. I'm completing it now. And I'm renowned 10 because I've done all the... Well, I've done the world boss, I've done the Moor souls quest, I've done all the call-ins. I haven't started any of the campaign yet. And we're renowned 10. That is pretty good, boys. And that is where I'm going to finish. That's the second day. And we've currently played so far for 3 hours, 13 minutes and 15 seconds. Right, we'll speak tomorrow. Peace. Okay, so next update. We have done as much of the Covenant campaign as we can do, which is up to 6 out of 9. And I now need to currently get to Renown 17 to continue the campaign, and we've managed to get 4 Renown from doing the campaign so far. So I'm not getting... I thought I'd get 1 Renown every single time I did a chapter, but that's not the case. So, what have I also done as well? So we got to chapter 6, and then we had to pause to like start getting Renown. I've done the next call-in, which was a purple call-in, which was to do the Halls of Atonement dungeon, or a specific big world quest for Revendreth Zone, so I just did the dungeon because at the same time I also had the campaign requirement to go to Halls of Atonement and obtain the Medallion of Prime, so I could do, sometimes it's good to look at that. So sometimes you can do a dungeon to do the call-in and to do the quest line, so that's why I've done that. It was for obviously the purple call-in, so I've got out of that the Last in Spirit conduit, and I've also got a 181 dagger, which is a huge upgrade to my 138 staff, but I don't have an offhand for it yet, so I'm having to hold on that, which is what it is. Also, from doing Halls of Atonement, I looted the Sunblood Amphius trinket 158 with 66 haste, and that's gladly replaced my Nilofa 100 Psych Shredder normal raid trinket, which is good, and that's got me to 157. I've also used my anima that we obviously obtained for the weekly, and I've upgraded all the Covenant campaign gear rewards to 177, which is the max that they can be. And I will go through with this how much that actually costs to do once I've got all the gear, and to take it from rank 1, the pieces that are then rank 2, rank 3, rank 4, and take them all to the final rank. What's also interesting is because I've now handed in, just because I've done that dungeon, I've now got the Halls of Atonement dungeon quest done. I'm going to hand that in and get the commendation. I was kind of hoping that was going to give some renown, but that isn't the case, which is okay. So now I'm currently at 157 item level. Today the campaign has taken us about 3 hours to do the campaign and the dungeon quest and the call-in, which I again mentioned that I did both in the same time. So 3 hours today so far, and that's got us completely up to the level that we can do on the campaign. 157 item level. The next step I'm going to do is I'm just going to spam heroics to try and obviously obtain some of the 170 gear, and hopefully try and get the renown if I can from that. And by getting close to 170 item level, I can then do the LFR raid. So yes, I will update you and show anything that I get going forward. Right, I'll speak to you guys in a bit. Okay, another update. Done a few more heroics. We're now sitting at a 160 item level with 164 in the bags. Yep, moving on. So I've just been looking at the world quests to see if there was any offhands for my main hand that I got from the epic calling chest, and there is here a 168 offhand. So I'm going to go and do this quest next. What's good is because I've obviously been doing the Covenant campaign and getting my renown up. Where is it? It's here. Let me find it. So at level 10 renown you get world quest rewards at a higher item level. So again guys, like I said, this campaign stuff, you definitely got to try and do it the first week, but maybe not rush it just to help yourself get some renown levels before you do it. So yeah, I'm going to go and get this item, going to see where my item level sits. Obviously we're trying to get to 170 to do LFR, which could go great or terrible, but whatever. And then once we get that item level up there, we're going to be able to take an evaluation of where we are. Currently my play time for the first week is sitting at 7 hours 8 minutes. I'll update you soon, boys. Okay, so I've just done a few more heroic dungeons, I've just done the world quest that I wanted for the item, and I've now got a 169 item level with a 168 equipped. Been quite fortunate on trinkets today as well, so that's good. So to do LFR we need to get a 170 item level, so I'm going to herf back to Ogrima and I'm going to buy a piece of gear because I'm now sitting on 20,000 gold with all the campaign stuff we've done today and also all the call-ins. So the call-ins make a lot of gold, like you can get like sometimes between 1.5 to 2,000 gold per call-in world quest. So I've been quite fortunate really in just sitting in, because I've done them, I've made myself essentially 15,000 plus gold. So I'm going to buy myself a ring just to replace the cheapest worst item I have, and that's going to allow me to queue for LFR, so wish me good luck on that experience. Although I think by now it's totally fine. I actually think the only boss I haven't tried is the Side and Aphros because it's only just came out, but really all the others, they're not that complicated. You can maybe make an argument that the on LFR Artificer is like the most likely one that you might wipe a few times on until we start like talking internally in the chat just about, you know, the mechanics you need to do it. And I'm just going through here. We'll just go for a quick, I'll get a haste versatility ring, and the reason I'm doing that is because I'm feeling that there might be a need to PvP at some point to like get more item level, so I'm just prepping that now with at least these basic gear bits just being PvP ones. So put that in, and there it is, 170 item level. So I'm now going to queue for LFR and I'll let you know how I get on. I'm going to do the entire thing. So we're currently sitting now at 7 hours 44 minutes played. Cheers guys. So, just to recap, we have now done all of LFR, and that's taken us up a few more renown levels. We went past renown 17, which meant I could also do the next Venthyr campaign section, chapter, which I'm doing right now. So that's going to give me a chess piece, which is nearly a 40 item level upgrade, and also another renown level. Now, the reason that this is important as well is because having this chess piece has now also unlocked the ability to rank 5 all of the Covenant gear I've got from the Order Hall campaign so far to also rank 5 to give me again a higher item level, which I'm currently sat at right now at 175. What's also good is because I did the LFR, I've also killed the final boss, which has given me this quest to go and see Draven, which I'm hoping is... Where's Draven then? Oh, he's outside, of course he is. Okay, well, let me do some cut edit magic by coming back to the moment when we're by Draven. Okay, here we are. I've found him, peering out to the distance. And why this is huge is because this quest alone, which I got obviously from killing Sidon Aphros on LFR, has just given me the ability to have 1250 anima immediately. And why that's huge is because that's going to allow me to upgrade a load of my pieces from 177 to 184, which is obviously the same as Mythic 0. Now, the entire time, the first week in my mind, like, goal is to get your gear as high as possible to allow you to do other content to get gear. So I'm of no illusion that if I'm not near 180 item level, there's no way I'm going to be able to get mythics. I'm not like the super desired class deliberately for the challenge. And I know how I would probably feel if I was looking at people, is I'd want better geared people. So if I was 160, I don't think anyone would take me to a mythic 0. I don't think I would take myself to a mythic 0. So it's all just about getting the item level. Also, by having the best item level I possibly can and trying to structure the most efficient route to do it, Torghast, so we've got left, obviously, get this mythic 0s done for this quest, for the heroic piece of gear, and then Torghast. What's cool is obviously Blizzard have now enabled Torghast to be doable, I haven't handed in the anima, to be doable at any level, providing you've done it once. So if you've done level 8, floor 8 on your main, now on an alt you can instantly queue up for floor 8 and not have to do 1 to 8, which is why it got the name Torghast, and also because it's not, I personally don't think Torghast or Chorghast is that fun. I kind of think it's really rubbish actually. I wouldn't blame people for not wanting to do it at all. So yes, so this is pretty much now the end of day 3, and it's been really the bulk of trying to get this item level up, and I've got to say I think it's worked out really well this way. So we're just going to go quickly over to the guy, and then we're going to just see what the cost is. So the chest is just what I've been given, so we'll take this. So it's 200 to upgrade one piece of gear. So I really want to find anything with haste and mastery on it, because that's kind of my best stats at the moment. It's got haste, crit haste, I've just upgraded that. So how much ammo have we got left? Still got plenty, so let's get them all done. So cool, so we are sitting now at 178, 179 item level, and I'm confident that that's going to be high enough for me to pug a group that's clearing 4 mythic 0s, but we'll see tomorrow, because the time is now literally 2 minutes to 12 and I'm knackered. So this is the end of day 3. / played from all the LFR and campaign today is now a total of 10 hours 46 minutes 29 seconds. So I've got just over 4 hours to get this mythic weekly done, and then both of Torghast. And if it's then possible after all of that to try and do a +2 for the Great Vault, we'll try. But if it's not, then I don't have enough time and I don't get to do it, because let's try and be honest here. So guys, we'll pick this up tomorrow, and I'll speak to you in a bit. Bye bye. Well, I'll speak to you immediately, right? Because it's going to cut to the next scene. Later. Morning, chaps. It is day 4, Sunday, and I'm now ready to pick up where we left off and see if I can find anyone that will allow me to join a Mythic Dungeon 0 group, the +4 weekly. And we're just going to see. I'm intrigued. Just to kind of see if we actually get at this item level anyone that will accept us. I need 4. Oh sweet, okay. Mythic 0 Necrotic for weekly. The Necrotic Wake. Hello! Can you summon, or shall I flight path? Or shall I flight path? Okay, that's good. So again, I think obviously it drops 184 gear, so I would like to think that even me would accept people at like 178, well, 170 plus really. So again, we're talking about that whole getting the campaign done first, getting all the gear leveled up, trying to boost the item level to do the bigger things you might want to try and achieve that week. So cool, right boys, I'm gonna let this summon happen, and then I'll update you with how it goes. Peace. Okay, so we're 1 down. We obviously got that trinket from the second to last boss, and then they traded a ring at the end, which was really nice of them. So again, I'm just going to start signing up, see what we can get into. And there'll definitely be some that I won't get in. But it's all about just trying to get in there. Nice. Spires of Ascension. Again, I find that it's just easier just to be polite and just, just say your intentions, and kind of you'll get a bit further. So yeah guys, I'll let you know how we get on in this second mythic dungeon. Okay, so here's the big one. To hand in our +4 runs of Mythic 0 and see if we're going to pop off here with a heroic piece of gear. We're currently sitting at 12 hours 40 minutes of playtime. Oh, here we go. Ooh. Okay. Okay then. 3, 2, 1. About. Please have haste. Please have haste. Please have haste. Oh. I mean, we take it because it's huge item level, but oof, RNG. Ooh, that's gonna sting in the morn. So we're currently 182, which is awesome. Next is Torghast, so I will start that and I'll join you towards the end. I'll see you then. Bye bye. Okay. I'm about to start my journey into Torghast. We got to 182 item level and we're going to go straight to layer 8. Thank you Blizzard for making this available to your ults, because it's taken a damn long time for this to be the case, because it could have probably written off the 15 hours just doing all the levels, all the layers, sorry, but being serious. Right chaps, I'll see you at the end hopefully if I can do it. Okay, so first of the 2 Torghasts, just got to layer 6. What I will say is, and this might be the case for any casters in general, oh it's this dude, flip, is it's taken a while as a Shadow Priest to get here, but I'm I've taken my time because I had the mind dominate mind control anima power, which means that if I mind control and add, I was getting 15 phantasma, and that was definitely worth it. So I'm in a good place now because I can genuinely buy every single power up, although there wasn't a huge amount. And I'll also just buy a HP pot. Just crack open both of these. Oh, that's huge. Gain immunity to all damage and harmful effects for 1.5 minutes. Okay, well, we've pretty much just done it, because I'm now immortal for a minute and a half. So, let's just crack on with this. But that's definitely, that's definitely taken off the difficulty. Yeah, it's almost, yeah, hopefully I don't get this on the next boss, because I think that would probably show an unfair example. But it hasn't been hard to get here. Like, you know, sometimes you get like the 2 elite ads, like you'll get like the Lord of Words, and then you'll get like a Hunger and Destroyer, and that's quite a hard roadblock to kind of kill both before you die. But I haven't had a problem with that, because you've got your fear and your mind control, and I've got talented the psychic scream. And the psychic horror. So yeah, it's been pretty good. What's interesting though is I don't know. So actually now, okay, so now I've no longer got the mind control, so this might actually prove to be quite difficult. Okay, we've done it now. Okay, so there's the first of 2 Torghast done. Which one's this? Okay, I haven't seen that been a recommendation on any of the Wowhead articles that I've looked at. Okay, right, I'll touch base on the second run at the end. Speak to you in a bit. Okay, I'm now here on the second Torghast at the final boss. Unfortunately, it's the bloody affix with the Soul Forge, which obviously every 5 seconds you're taking a percentage of HP. Trying with this gear, layer 8 was just too difficult in terms of the amount of time it was going to take. It's obviously doable, I feel, but I just dropped it down to layer 6, or level 6, and it's just made me be able to breeze through it a lot easier. So 570 Soul Ash, I'm going to get just under 500 for this one. So I've still, at the end of the week, got about 90% of the Soul Ash available to me, so that's fine. So yeah, let's just get on to the final boss then. I shouldn't have used my fear as early as I have, because I'm not going to have a CC, am I? Am I going to get silence? I'm going to have Psychic Horror back before Ocular Beam. Okay, I'm actually, here we go, bang. That's very lucky. I've kind of gone for a reflective shield build, where damage that I take when I've got a power word shield up is returning back about 100% now. And I've also killed the what what they're called, like the massive undead. It's like the ones that look like the gladiator mount without wings, and they've both given me anima powers, which were the primary stat increase and 3000 HP regen every 5 seconds, which has kind of disabled the affix in here. But obviously you didn't know that you were going to get that. So there we go. So that is Torghast currently done, and I've finished with 1255 soul ash. So I've also done the Ashes of the Tower first step to the legendary questline as well, which is good. And obviously because I accepted the legendary questline, which is important to do before you do Torghast, you're eligible to loot legendaries from inside Torghast. So that is now at a state of the week being done, and I'm currently sat at played 14 hours 40 minutes. So that is a good place to be. So we've done all the Covenant campaign that we can do. So in the first week we've got to... I will actually no, you know what, I'll summarise this outside of the game. So let me just hand in the legendary. I'm going to herf back to Oribus. Where is it? Penance, there we go. And I'll show you also what we've ticked for the Great Vault for rewards at the start of next week. Is it bad that I still don't know where everything is? I have to look on the map for these things. Pick that up for next week. So in the first week we've got obviously all 3 options from LFR Raiden, because we've killed all 10 bosses, and we've done a Mythic 2 Mythic Plus, which we were very fortunate with the group that I was doing the Mythic Dungeon run with. They wanted to do a Mythic Plus 2 at the end, and we did a Halls of Atonement Plus 2, which you've seen the footage before. So yeah, so that is... I'm going to stop it here. 14 hours, 41 minutes, 7 seconds in the first week. 182 item level. Renown 19. Great Vault stuff achieved. We did the weekly for the heroic piece of gear on the belt. We're in a good place, and I'm looking forward to the next week. But it's definitely, I'm of no disbelief that item level is going to start to drop. But obviously what we'll do next week is we're going to focus on unlocking the next set of the Covenant campaign and upgrading all the Covenant armor to the next rank, and hopefully get enough renown to get the final part of the Covenant campaign done, so we can rank 7 all of this gear to 197. So some more thoughts to follow, and then in the next video, if I don't mention it after now, we'll do week 2. Cheers.